Hi humans and welcome to the Tetris Tournament Online 2, hosted by HardDrop.com and sponsored by the Tetris Company LLC, Blue Planet Software, and Tetris Online. We do have a match coming up in a little bit. We have Blink versus SirJeivus for the Tetris Tournament Online 2, and this is going to be a loser's bracket match. I do have a co-commentator with you, and it's actually quite a treat as we do have veteran caster Paradox with us. Paradox, are you still alive?
Yes, I am alive.
Yes, Paradox is still alive and waiting.
What is up?
The ceiling.
And we are about to have SirJeivus versus Blink.
Alright, so if you'd like more information about the tournament, or if you're unfamiliar with the tournament, you can head on over to harddrop.com/tourney. And a bunch of information about the tournament is on there, so you can check that out. You can see the bracket, you can see the schedule. We do have some scheduled matches coming up this coming Saturday, so you can check out when your favorite players are playing on that page, as well as the prize information. So as of right now, the match is scheduled for 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so that is in 3 minutes. So we're just waiting for Blink and SirJeivus to show up and make a match so we can head on over and get started.
Yeah, and definitely you guys should tune into the rest of the matches. We are in the final 10 players, so we're going to see a lot of really awesome matches.
Alright, so I'm going to quickly check and say in the shout box. And of course, if you'd like to chat with us during the match, you can head on over to harddrop.com, and there's a shout box there, and we will be checking that occasionally. So if you'd like to let us know anything while we're streaming, you can head on over there. And I'm actually just going to say stream has now started, so... Oh, of course I'm not logged in. Let me log in first.
Nice one.
Alright, so I let them know that the stream has started and they can get started whenever they're ready. So it looks like we are just going to wait for them to create a room here in the non-ranked section.
You okay there, Poxer?
It's sort of a result of like a mix of allergies, because for some reason every time I get allergies, I actually cough more than I sneeze. So those of you who tuned in for my stream show last year, well, actually every time I get some sort of illness, I have like some sort of cough that like ends up lasting for like 2 months after I recover, and apparently allergies falls under an illness for me.
That's unfortunate. Alright, we got the room link, so I'll be sending it to you shortly.
Oh, is this going to be a private room?
I believe so.
My browser usually doesn't let me join private rooms.
Alright, we'll give it a try, and then if not, we'll do a public room. Gotta love these Tetris Friends ads.
Yeah, it's not letting me join. The URL says like the auto join room ID is there and the auto join room name is there, but it's not letting me join. And this has been a recurring issue, and I don't know why. Actually, I'm starting to think that maybe it's my ad blocker.
Yeah, turn that off.
Error detergent once later.
Of course, the ad takes forever to load. Oh, great. The connection failed. Try again. Excellent.
I'm sure it will work if you try it again.
Alright. We repaste the link. Watch another advertisement, of course.
Alright, so what are your expectations in this match, Parkser?
Well, seeing as Blink took second place last year in the Tetris Tournament Online 1, I'm assuming that Blink has a really powerful presence in this match. I have seen SirJeivus play, and I've heard from a lot of people that he's like really improved over the past handful of months, like several months. So I would have to say like my guess would be Blink, but I'm gonna say that Blink's not gonna have it easy this match.
I could see how you could think that. Like, SirJeivus is actually a really strong player, so I think he can give Blink a run for his money. And not only is he a great player, but he also does a lot for the community. He started the Philippine Tetris community, which has like over 1,000 members. So he does a lot for the community, and he's also a pretty great player. So he's definitely an underdog in this match, but I wouldn't count him out.
All right, so it looks like we're just waiting for SirJeivus is in the queue. So whoever has the starting power can just go ahead and start the match. Because apparently it says that Blink has the little game host icon next to his name, but apparently he's not the actual host. And this actually reminds me of something that happened a while back where Vipgen was setting up a room, and then he left the room, he rejoined, then all of a sudden he was the host even though he was a spectator. So I'm assuming like something silly like that is going on again. So it looks like we're having a little bit of technical difficulties here. It looks like Blink is going to go ahead and leave the room because there was a problem with the host. So essentially we were not able to start any matches. So we are going to try to get that fixed up. Looks like Blink is going to make the match this time and invite us. So it looks like we are going to get started in a little bit. And it looks like we're going to have to watch some more ads.
Alrighty, so we're just waiting for the link from Blink. Blink's actually had quite a bit of trouble in this tournament so far, from what I've heard from him. Especially with all the Japanese players, they're very, very talented.
The Japanese players are so good. That I know from like self-experience. Hold on, no, I didn't. So a while back, before the Japanese players started like actually becoming a prevalent force on Tetris Friends, I would be able to go into Arena Challenge right here, and I'd basically just sweep 3-0 or 2-0 in all three of my matches easy without even trying. And now, literally every time I go into Arena Challenge, some Japanese player, some incredible Japanese player comes along and just like destroys me like every time. So I can barely even get any rubies anymore. Apparently you have the link and I don't.
Oh, sorry. I was supposed to send that to you.
Yeah, you probably should.
I'll send that now. I could barely hear anything because of all the advertisements.
Yeah. Nope, that is, that actually copied your Skype name. So let me try that again and delete this first portion. Alright, so let's see what this advertisement is.
Today's the day they can all bring a friend.
Today is clearly the day
I can seat
for
7
Dodge.
people.
I'm gonna mute that.
Alright, so while we're waiting for you, they're just going to do a few warm-up matches. Sometimes the warm-up matches are like the most interesting ones because they do like the craziest stuff.
The connection failed. Try again. Why does Tetris Friends hate me so much? Now I must obey its command and try again. Watch another ad. I think they're doing this to me on purpose, so we watch more ads, so the stream can see more ads. This is like free, like amplification of advertising.
Right, so we're up to around 26 viewers, so you guys should tell your friends about how cool Tetris is. Especially the ones that already know about Tetris.
Alright, so it looks like we finally have this
viewers.
set up, and we can actually finally see what's going on.
Alrighty, Parkster is now here, so we can start after this warm-up match.
So is this one more?
I
So
believe
I
so.
think the last one. Alright, so it looks like we do have 2 warm-up matches going on, and according to the chat, it seems like this is going to be the last warm-up match, so we'll get started right after this. And of course, if you're just tuning in, this is a Tetris Tournament Online 2 match, and of course, the Tetris Tournament Online 2 is a tournament, a worldwide tournament hosted by HardDrop.com to crown the new world champion at competitive Tetris. We do have HD Blink, who actually got 2nd place in the Tetris Tournament Online 1, which took place about a year and a half ago. And we also have SirJeivus here, and this is going to be a losers bracket match coming up right here. This is the first to 15 victories, win by 2. And of course, we do have Paradox on co-commentary with me right now, and we do have the yes, I do have the little thing on that says on co-commentary.
Alright, so yeah, Tetris Tournament Online is actually the best of the best Tetris players from around the world. So, and we're down to the final 10, so these players are the best players in the world. So you're going to see some pretty talented players going at it head to head.
Alright, so it looks like Blink won both warm-up matches, so we will be deleting or removing 2 from the final score to get the overall total. So it looks like we do have Game 1 coming up here between SirJeivus and HD Blink. Are you aware of any particular starters that these players use? Like, I know that Messiah has his own special starter with the double T-spin triples. Are you aware of anything about SirJeivus or Blink?
Definitely. Blink right now started with that 6-3 stack, which is actually really good for T-spins. Oh, wow, he tops out right there. That was a pretty quick match. 17 seconds.
SirJeivus actually looked like he was going to top out right at the beginning, but he did have that very short combo, but it looks like that was actually enough to save his life right there and actually get the spike out over on Blink. So SirJeivus actually getting on the board first with a score of 1-0.
Both players sending 18 lines each. Really close match. Really quick, too.
Alright, we have game number 2. Let's see if Blink can also get right back on the board following SirJeivus' victory. Looks like both players just going to start off with some solid garbage back and forth, and they do have some T-spin doubles and Tetris is set up. It looks like Blink is going to go on the downstacking process. And looks like SirJeivus actually getting pushed towards the top of his matrix in quite a bit of a dangerous position right now.
Definitely a lot of garbage coming from Blink, but both players still evenly matched in the field. SirJeivus being pulled to the top, and Blink actually tops him out, sending twice as many lines.
SirJeivus actually making 2 consecutive misdrops there, and it looks like that is eventually going to cost him his life right there, it cost him the game right there, as SirJeivus, the first misdrop prevented him from downstacking at all, and then the second one basically prevented him from getting anywhere further past that. So it looks like Blink tying up the score now with a score of 1-1.
Right, Blink been doing that 6-3 setup, and looks like this time he's going to change it up. And I think what he's doing right now is just preferential so that he can downstack a lot quicker, and it's giving a lot of garbage to SirJeivus. He can barely deal with this.
But of course, all the garbage coming into SirJeivus' field is solid, but of course, when Blink spikes him out that fast, no matter how solid the garbage is, if you can't get down to it, it's not going to help you at all. So it looks like Blink taking another powerful victory right there, 35 lines sent in 17 seconds, and
Wow,
Blink now in the lead 2-1.
That's so much. And in such a few seconds, these matches are going by surprisingly quick.
Oh, thanks for letting me know. Apparently my game music was on. I'll turn that off for you guys. Someone let me know in the shout box. SirJeivus, not quite sure if he messed up his opener right there, but looks like he was able to successfully turn that into some T-spin doubles right there. Meanwhile, Blink having a little hole in his stack, so I'm not quite sure what went on over on his opener, but looks like both players once again just going back-to-back with their garbage. But let's see if Blink can actually manage to knock out and spike out SirJeivus once again.
Definitely, we've been seeing a lot of spikes here, especially in Game 1 where SirJeivus won in just a few seconds. So both of these players are just trying to end the game really early and top out the other player.
And of course, as we saw in the previous match, SirJeivus did make those misdrops that did cost him the game. So it looks like one of the things that you do need to focus on is trying to slow down enough that you don't consistently misdrop and allow your opponent to spike you out. And actually, SirJeivus getting dangerously close right here. Unfortunately, not having that orange piece to stick right in that hole. He might actually be able to stall for a little bit longer, but no, he does not have the eyepiece. So Blink is once again going to power through right here. 59 lines sent in 55 seconds. Of course, the passing the 60 attack per minute that most people like to achieve there. Blink winning via knockout, and the score is now in Blink's favor, 3-1.
So much garbage coming from Blink. SirJeivus is having a lot of trouble dealing with this. When I spoke to him before this match, his goal was to not misdrop and give Blink a run for his money, and he's definitely having trouble with that right now. So I guess it kind of shows that that's what he was worried about.
So both players opening up right here with some basic T-spin double openers. SirJeivus actually adding a little bit of flavor into his T-spin doubles right there, and doing a nice opener right there. But it looks like SirJeivus once again receiving quite a bit of solid garbage over on his side. But Blink as well looks like he's going to consistently send solid garbage right on over to SirJeivus as well to try to spike him out like he did in the previous matches.
SirJeivus is doing a lot of fancy openers, but I think he needs to really focus right now on his downstacking. I think that's been his problem so far in this match. And as I say that right now, he's doing a pretty good job of downstacking, and he's actually pushing Blink to the top.
And of course, in the process of downstacking, looks like he did send a little bit of messy Swiss cheese garbage over to Blink's side. And of course, Blink should be able to take advantage of this with some T-spin doubles. But this actually might cause Blink to slow down a little bit and possibly give SirJeivus the opportunity to make a comeback right here, as he was in a little bit of a worse position. But it looks like Blink making a comeback once again, and SirJeivus once again at the top of his matrix.
Yeah, SirJeivus didn't really have any more options at the end. He's actually catching up in line sent, but Blink is just putting forth so much garbage that's just so hard for SirJeivus to deal with.
And SirJeivus actually finishing off right there with another misdrop. So it looks like SirJeivus, unfortunately, although he had his mindset before the match to try to avoid misdropping as much as possible, it looks like that's not quite working out for SirJeivus right now. So let's see if he can actually improve this into the next match.
Right, SirJeivus starting out with the T-spin opener, and Blink going with his infamous 6-3 opener, which is a really strong and flexible opener. As you can see, he downstacks right away afterwards, and he can get really nice APM with that. An APM being ad per minute.
So it looks like SirJeivus actually making some more misdrops right there. I guess he did turn it into something advantageous. I believe he turned it into a T-spin, but unfortunately not quite an ideal T-spin setup right there, as it did slow him down quite a bit. Looks like Blink actually sending back all that solid garbage right on over to SirJeivus, and SirJeivus once again in a dangerous position, does have that solid garbage, and yes, he did time that drop on the Tetris, so he was able to block some of Blink's garbage to prevent himself from getting knocked out.
Yeah, he had a really nice recovery from that misdrop in the beginning, but so much garbage is coming from Blink that it just replaces the garbage that SirJeivus just cleared. As I say that, Blink gets spiked all the way to the top, and SirJeivus takes another round. The score's now 2-4 in Blink's favor.
Both players sending 55 lines that game in 53 seconds. So as Paradox just mentioned, the score is 4-2 in Blink's favor. So let's see if SirJeivus can make any sort of comeback here and possibly change the momentum into his favor.
Definitely. He just proved with that last match that he can be really close to Blink in skill level. He just needs to keep it up and make sure his nerves don't get in the way, especially with those misdrops.
Looks like Blink safely staying towards the bottom of his matrix, while SirJeivus looks like he was able to downstack. Blink actually taking a pause right there. Possibly was going to try to time something, but it looks like it's not going to work out too well in his favor. He was actually able to stall for a little bit at the top right there. It looks like he will be able to stay alive for a little bit longer while SirJeivus stacks up for some more Tetrises and an attempt to spike out Blink.
Yeah, a lot of hesitation there from Blink, but he had a really nice recovery. He got right back into it, and he misdrops again there. And he's having a lot of trouble. SirJeivus going for a 2-wide. Wow.
Blink having a little bit of Swiss cheese garbage over on his side, and that 2-wide combo actually sending no garbage, I believe, as Blink actually able to counter pretty much all of that garbage, as we saw SirJeivus constantly downstacking his 2-wide, but it ended up that he was actually the one receiving quite a bit of garbage over on his side. So that basically proves how well Blink can take advantage of that Swiss cheese garbage to combo it down on his own, even without setting up for an actual combo of his own like SirJeivus just did.
Yeah, that was just an amazing play from both players. SirJeivus a mid-game 2-wide, and Blink completely countering it. So much garbage coming from both players.
Blink once again stacking up for some Tetrises, going to try to spike out SirJeivus once again. SirJeivus actually in a relatively safe position, but if Blink sends enough garbage, he might be able to spike him out. It looks like Blink actually making a misdrop with that red
really
piece.
Bad misdrop from Blink.
And he's actually going to spend quite a bit of time fixing that up right there, but it looks like he will be able to downstack. Will SirJeivus be able to take advantage of this in his position, setting up for the T-spin double right there? It looks like he is going to downstack and set up for yet again another T-spin double.
SirJeivus needs to really use this opportunity right now, as Blink is in a really pressure-filled situation as he's pulled to the top. But Blink, one of the best downstackers, and he recovers so quickly from those misdrops.
Looks like once again Blink and SirJeivus actually both in really good positions right now. We are past 2 minutes into the game, so of course the 2-minute mark means that we do have that hurry up garbage at the bottom of the matrix. This is actually the first time we're seeing this in this set, and of course the hurry up garbage cannot be broken down, so the hurry up garbage really changes the way that players play after the 2-minute mark on Tetris Friends.
Definitely, it's all about how many lines you send once the hurry up garbage kicks in, and SirJeivus is doing such a good job of putting in all those T-spins and prioritizing those over downstacking. Wow, look at those lines sent.
SirJeivus sending 145 lines that round versus Blink's 127. Blink picking up the victory via knockout and enforces his lead right there with a score of 5-2.
Definitely, players have to be very careful when it gets to the hurry up garbage because it's basically a sudden death situation. So even if you've been ahead the entire match, you could actually fall behind in the hurry up garbage stage.
And of course, as we saw with these players, it's pretty much all about efficiency after the hurry up garbage comes up, because when the hurry up garbage comes up, basically you obviously can't do any combos there because you don't have enough combo room, you don't have any real estate on your field, and of course you don't have, you can't really build up any Tetrises without putting yourself in a risk of getting topped out. So of course, really all about efficiency after the 2-minute mark.
Definitely. Blink was actually in a lot of trouble there, but such a nice recovery. He's already down to the easy garbage, and SirJeivus really needs to use his opportunities to spike Blink out when he has the opportunity, because if he gives Blink extra time, then Blink will recover in a matter of seconds.
Looks like Blink actually recovering right here, as Paradox just said. He is going to downstack through pretty much everything he has on his field. Still receiving a little bit of garbage, but looks like Blink will be able to pretty much easily get down through all of this, as most of it was solid garbage. Looks like he easily able to combo down through that Swiss cheese garbage and get down to that Tetris. Meanwhile, SirJeivus not in a good position right now, as he is getting pushed near the top of his matrix. Oh, and making a misdrop with that green piece. Will this be the end for SirJeivus?
That's such a bad misdrop, and Blink's field was in such a good position for him to send lines. And the score is now 2-6 in Blink's favor.
SirJeivus actually sending more lines that game, 72-61, but of course don't be fooled by that line meter, as the way that Tetris Friends works is that if you block lines, your opponent does not actually get those lines added to their send meter. So even if one player has more lines sent, that doesn't necessarily mean that the other player wasn't sending lines. It was just that the other player was more efficient in their line blocking.
Definitely, we could actually translate that as Blink focused a lot of his attention to downstacking, and so that ended up making his line sent go down.
Right there in the opener, looks like SirJeivus unfortunately not able to commit to that T-spin double and does have to drop in that that Z piece to basically prevent himself from getting knocked out there, as Blink did send quite a spike over to SirJeivus, but it looks like he is in a relatively good position and actually trying to spike up Blink right there, but it looks like Blink easily able to downstack through pretty much all of that with a series of Tetrises and T-spin doubles.
Wow, so much garbage coming from Blink.
SirJeivus actually getting knocked out there.
Yeah, Blink had so much easy garbage in that situation, and he was able to really capitalize on that. And SirJeivus just topped out pretty much instantly with all those lines. And the score is now 7-2 in Blink's favor.
Alright, so it looks like we do have game number 10 coming right up. Blink is in the lead 7-2, and of course, if you're unfamiliar with the format, this is the first of 15. Looks like SirJeivus actually going to open up with the T-spin double and chaining that into a, what was that, like a 5-wide combo? Not quite sure if that was going to work out too on SirJeivus' favor.
I think it might have been a mistake, or he might have been trying to get a 3-wide combo going, but there's so much pressure coming from Blink that he doesn't have time to make those really large static setups. There's just too much pressure coming from Blink, and as you can see, it's pushing him way to the top.
And of course, if he were to, a misdrop with that T-piece, really most likely going to cost him the game right here, unless he can turn this into some genius T-spin triple, and looks like he's not going to be able to do that. So Blink taking advantage of SirJeivus' misdrop right there, just constantly pummeling him with garbage right there. 43 lines sent in 36 seconds, victory via knockout, and Blink once again reinforcing his lead with a score of 8-2.
Yeah, when you play against a player like Blink, you cannot make any mistakes, because he will capitalize so much on those mistakes that as soon as you misdrop, you're just suddenly all the way to the top of the field and you're topped out.
And of course, we saw SirJeivus in that situation multiple times so far, as it seemed like SirJeivus was in a good position at the bottom of his matrix, but then all of a sudden, Blink downstacks through everything on his field, and SirJeivus is literally like on row number 19, trying to struggle his way to survival. Looks like SirJeivus actually opening up there with a 2-wide combo, but it looks like not quite too effective on Blink, as Blink easily able to downstack through all that garbage and get to the bottom of his field right here.
Yeah, if you were watching, if you were paying attention to Blink's field earlier, he was actually going for an Imperial cross setup, which countered SirJeivus's 2-wide. So I think Blink is sort of metagaming SirJeivus because he's seen what kind of setups he's doing. So he knows he has to get those high APM setups in order to be able to counter his early attacks.
Of course, this definitely showing how advanced of a player Blink is, as he is able to adapt to his opponent's play. And this is something basically in all games in general, where if you're able to reach a point where you don't consistently do your own thing, but you adapt to your opponents, that's definitely something that will pretty much always put you at quite an advantage. Looks like SirJeivus getting a huge spike right here, but able to hang on for a little bit longer.
So much garbage coming from Blink. As you were saying earlier about how highly intelligent these players are, Blink is actually known to look at the previews of his opponent's field. So he actually sees if there's a T-spin coming from his opponent. And so not only is he watching his own field, but he's watching his opponent's field. And that's just amazing.
It's impressive that these people can actually, or these players can actually put in the mental effort to do all of that at the same time while still consistently pummeling their opponents with garbage, as it seems like Blink is consistently doing once again. Blink setting up for some high spike style APM moves right there. The T-spin double, I'm going to chain that into a little bit of a combo. It looks like SirJeivus still able to hang on for a little bit longer though, as SirJeivus sets up for that T-spin single.
Nice T-spin double coming from Blink using his garbage.
So we are past the 2-minute mark right here. So once again, we are seeing that hurry up garbage coming up from the bottom. So let's see how these players adapt. Looks like SirJeivus actually adapting by misdropping, which is not something you want to do. And Blink taking advantage of that with a small spike right there, picking up the victory via knockout. 133 lines versus 109. And Blink picking up the victory and enforcing his lead once again with a score of 9-2.
9-2 in Blink's favor.
So
and this is
actually,
first to 15 win by 2 for those of you who are watching.
Blink actually on quite a winning streak, so let's see if SirJeivus can end Blink's streak or if Blink can continue his momentum on to victory.
Yeah, SirJeivus just cannot misdrop. He can give Blink a run for his money, but once he misdrops, it's just over within the matter of seconds.
So it's like Blink once again going to go for that that high APM solid garbage attack on SirJeivus. SirJeivus not quite in a poor position as of yet, as he is able to pretty much counter all of that garbage and send it right back to Blink. But as we saw before, Blink can basically out of nowhere spike out SirJeivus even if he's at the bottom of his matrix. And SirJeivus once again in a little bit of a dangerous position, but looks like he will be able to downstack through this while setting up for some T-spin doubles and some Tetrises.
Yeah, mark of a great player like Blink is that he knows exactly when he should be downstacking, and he knows exactly when to T-spin. SirJeivus in a lot of trouble here, pushed near the top, but he might be able to recover it, but no, Blink does not give him the opportunity. The score is now 10-2 in Blink's favor.
Right there, unfortunately, SirJeivus not having that eyepiece coming up, and it looks like he didn't have one on hold. So I'm pretty sure an eyepiece right there would have allowed him to downstack through that garbage. But either way, Blink most likely had enough garbage queued up over on his side, or enough APM over on his side to spike out SirJeivus regardless right there. So Blink, once again, continuing his winning streak.
Yeah, Blink is just relentless. Once you get spiked by Blink, it's just a snowball effect, and it just keeps building up. Every time you clear it, it just comes back.
So
both players from personal experience for that.
Both players opening up with mirroring openers right there, with basic T-spin double openers, and SirJeivus actually chaining that immediately into a 4-wide combo. But it looks like SirJeivus actually on the losing end right there, as he basically finished his entire 4-wide combo, but unfortunately did not send any effective garbage over to Blink. But Blink actually getting a little bit in a dangerous position right now over on his side, but it looks like he will be able to downstack through that.
Yeah, Blink actually misdropped, and SirJeivus is in a really good position right now. He has easy garbage. All he has to do is send that to Blink. And if he spikes Blink right now, he could actually top Blink out.
Blink once again receiving some more garbage, but oh, SirJeivus, that misdrop is not going to help him out at all. He is going to try to take advantage of that and set up for a T-spin single right there, but unfortunately, once again, forgetting to rotate that T-piece, but still Blink in not a good position, but he does have that I-piece, and he is able to downstack through this, but still dangerously close to topping out right here.
Oh wow, very nice thinking quick on his feet for SirJeivus. He misdropped and he turned it into like 3 T-spins. And Blink is in a lot of trouble right here. He really needs to downstack, and SirJeivus just isn't giving him a chance.
Looks like Blink slowly getting down through that Swiss cheese garbage, and looks like he is now at a safe position towards the bottom of his matrix. Meanwhile, unfortunately for SirJeivus, looks like he was not able to basically take that opportunity to its fullest, so he was not able to spike out Blink while he was getting down through that Swiss cheese garbage.
Yeah, it just shows how great Blink is. He's in those really terrible situations where he like misdrops and he's at the top, but somehow he recovers and he's still in the game, as we're in 1 minute and 40 seconds into this game.
Looks like both players once again are going to go for some back-to-back action right here. A lot of solid garbage being sent to each other and a lot of solid garbage sending right back to the opponent. It looks like Blink able to block that incoming spike of garbage, and SirJeivus now stacking up for the T-spin double right there. I'm going to try to down stack through and get into a safer position as we are hitting the 2-minute mark right here. And of course, as we mentioned before, Blink really wants to down stack through this as quickly as possible, and so does SirJeivus, so they can stay on a safer side and not get topped out by this hurry-up garbage.
Oh wow, and the hurry up garbage does kick in, and once again SirJeivus loses a match where he sends a lot more lines than Blink did.
So Blink picking up the victory via knockout right here, so that does show that Blink had that spike ready and he forced SirJeivus off his field. So Blink once again enforcing his lead with a score of 11-2, and now he is on a 7-game consecutive winning streak.
Wow, and I'm amazed by the amount of skill these players have increased by in the past year. Last year, we barely saw any games that were over 100 line set, and now we're almost seeing in the 200s. So it's definitely very interesting to watch how these players have improved over time.
So I was actually looking at the shout box for a little while. Did Blink actually get a perfect clear at the beginning of the game right there?
I did not catch that if he did.
So I saw a massive, like a single solid line of garbage sent over to SirJeivus' side. So I'm pretty sure that Blink, I'm not sure what else would send that much garbage right at the beginning. So I'm pretty sure that Blink did do a perfect clear right there. So perfect clear is a little bit a questionable move to do on Tetris Friends at this high of a level. So of course in the lower level ranks, like with less experienced players, they might actually get like shocked by the hurry up garbage, or I mean the perfect clear garbage, and they might actually get topped out. But Blink, I question his decision to go for the perfect clear right there, as that basically gave SirJeivus a bunch of ammunition over on his side, just that all of that solid garbage is sent right back into Blink, or possibly incorporate that into some downstacking combos, or just basically any downstacking in general to maximize his spike out.
Definitely, that's a really interesting point what you said about perfect clears, is that they could be kind of a double-edged sword, and really what they do is just fuel the fire. In lower level players, it's actually pretty good because it sends so much garbage, but these players have to be really careful about what kind of setups they do. As we see, most of the time they're starting out with T-spin double openers, and as we're seeing SirJeivus making so many misdrops. Oh wow.
It's like SirJeivus, unfortunately for him, not able to get out of that, as basically he was making self-made garbage right there, making garbage for himself and preventing him from downstacking any further. Looks like he did try to do some nice twists and spins right there, or try to do a little bit of predicting for his downstacking, but unfortunately for him, Blink picks up the victory via knockout. 8 victories in a row now, and the score is now 12-2 in Blink's favor.
Yeah, Blink sent twice as many lines in that last game. And yeah, somebody confirmed that Blink did, in fact, do a perfect clear setup. We're seeing a DT opener from SirJeivus. He's mixing it up. This could actually spike Blink to the top.
Blink,
wow, so much garbage in Blink's cube, but he just cancels it all out.
Yeah, Blink able to combo that down and prevent himself from receiving that garbage. Of course, that is the E+ option on Tetris Friends. So Blink able to stall that garbage until he got that I piece to downstack through that garbage and send it immediately back on over to SirJeivus. Blink unfortunately making that terrible misdrop, but it looks like he might be able to turn that into a T-spin double. No, he's not. He's actually going to stack up a little bit higher. Probably not exactly the best idea, as SirJeivus did have that build over on his side to easily spike out Blink, but Blink able to hang on for a little bit longer right here and send some garbage right on back over to SirJeivus.
I'm always surprised at how these players can really turn around a misdrop and make it either into a T-spin or just completely recover. The caliber of these players is just incredibly high. It's hard to comprehend.
And of course, if you do make a misdrop, it's in your best benefit to try to make something good out of it. Because of course, if you're just going to stack on top of it, or just ignore it, then that's actually going to affect you. But if you turn that into something good, then that is definitely going to mitigate the effect of the misdrop. And of course, as we've been consistently seeing in the games, all of these players, or both of these players, are consistently doing that to try and optimize their damage output. Blink actually getting dangerously close to topping out right there, but all of the garbage over on his side is solid. It looks like we might actually have a turnaround here, as we've seen before. Yes, we do. Blink able to get down through everything on his side, as it was all solid, and is able to set up for those T-spin doubles to incorporate that into his massive spike. Blink picking up the victory via knockout, and the score is now 13-2 in Blink's favor.
Blink is just so good at turning those matches around. SirJeivus, that's like the fourth time he's sent way more than Blink, but Blink just doing a really good job of canceling all those lines and sending that garbage back.
And of course, this actually proves that it's not only speed or it's not only your ability to do T-spin doubles or something like that that makes you a better competitive player. To be a better competitive player, you actually have to know how to compete against the opponent and learn how to adapt and adjust to what they send. Blink actually getting dangerously close to dopping out,
Oh, wow.
and SirJeivus, I believe he did a combo right there and able to knock out Blink right there. And finally, for SirJeivus, ending Blink's winning streak right there, and finally back on the board. The score is now 13-3.
That was actually a really interesting game. SirJeivus started out with an ST stack, and Blink got so much garbage that I think he ended up misdropping from the pressure. And so we might see SirJeivus repeat that strategy or maybe mix it up again.
So Blink actually saying in the chat, commentators, you saw nothing. So I'm assuming that part of the reason that Blink topped out was most likely some sort of error on his field or some error on his side. So let's see if SirJeivus can. It basically depends on what type of error it was because it wasn't specifically able to see. So let's see if SirJeivus was actually had some contribution to forcing Blink to make this error, possibly out of pressure or something like that. But SirJeivus actually not in quite a good position right now.
Yeah, we're actually seeing a lot of hesitation coming from SirJeivus. He needs to really get his head in the game and be able to recover when Blink sends this kind of garbage to him. He really needs to put himself in the mindset so that he can top Blink to the top, or push Blink to the top of the field.
So Blink once again incorporating that that incoming garbage into his downstacking combo. After breaking by basically like 3 Tetrises in a row, he continues to constantly throw garbage at SirJeivus' field, and Blink picking up the victory, 53 lines in 47 seconds.
Wow.
And Blink now back on his winning streak with a score of 14-3, and this is going to be game point for Blink.
Blink only needs one more win to win this match, and he definitely has an advantage here when it comes to experience, and I think that's why we see some newer players, like SirJeivus, for example, misdrop against players of the caliber that Blink has, so they really have to be careful and just focus on the game.
And as you say, misdrop, SirJeivus actually completely destroying his own opener right there, putting in the T-piece, but unfortunately not rotating it all the way, preventing him from getting the T-spin double, and then further preventing him from following up with that T-spin triple. So a lot of lost damage output right there for SirJeivus because of that error.
And Blink getting a really lucky garbage roll, he's going to be able to turn that into 2 Tetrises, and that could be a really massive spike to SirJeivus. And as I say that, he's in really a lot of trouble right now, being pushed to the top.
SirJeivus does have that incoming garbage. It looks like he will be able to stall for a little longer, and yes, he does have that eyepiece that he is able to use to downstack, but it looks like Blink still on the offense, setting up for that T-spin double and going to downstack through this with a little bit of a combo, while SirJeivus looks like he's going to get to work on that solid garbage, trying to spike out Blink. It looks like Blink now on the defense.
Yeah, Blink sent a little bit too many singles there. He needs to focus on his downstack right now, and he's having a lot of trouble right now. He actually tried to set up a Prophecy T-spin and missed it.
Looks like Blink actually making a relatively poor choice with that eyepiece, as he placed that eyepiece over on the left side, and that basically forced him to use another eyepiece to continue downstacking. So Blink setting up for the Prophecy T-spin double right there, but unfortunately not able to even open it up at all because he did need that additional eyepiece over on the left to continue. So the score is now 14-4, so SirJeivus still hanging on for a little bit longer. Let's see if Blink can finish up the series or if we have an epic comeback over on SirJeivus' side incoming.
Blink's actually known to get really nervous once he's on game point and his opponents start catching up. So I wouldn't be surprised if SirJeivus actually caught up pretty close to Blink in this match, given Blink's history. Nice Imperial Cross setup coming from Blink. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's actually two T-spins in a row, and it's a really advanced technique.
Looks like SirJeivus going to downstack through that solid garbage over on his side and try to spike out Blink. Blink is in a little bit of a poor position near the top of his matrix, but Blink easily turning the tables right here and is able to send quite a bit of garbage over to SirJeivus' side. But Blink actually in a little bit of trouble once again. He needs that T-piece.
Oh, wow.
Yes, he does have that T-piece just in time, and now looks like Blink once again on the offense. SirJeivus looks like he's in quite a bit of trouble right now.
Once again, an amazing recovery from Blink. Just when you think he's out, he just completely changes your mind and turns the game around.
SirJeivus once again exposing that solid garbage. Looks like he will be able to hang in for a little bit longer. Blink looks like he doesn't have as much high APM moves set up for from damage output right now, so it looks like SirJeivus might be able to get in a safer position. He does have quite a bit of messy garbage on his side, but looks like he will be able to downstack through that relatively easy and set up for some T-spin doubles right there. Both players actually receiving quite a bit of solid garbage on both sides, as neither player was able to block any of that garbage, so now both players once again near the top of their matrices.
Yeah, SirJeivus doing a really good job. He knows that Blink only needs one more game, so SirJeivus is going to second gear, and he's really giving Blink a run for his money as we're in almost to the 2-minute mark.
SirJeivus right there trying to micro his pieces as well as possible to make sure he doesn't block his garbage hole, because if he blocks his garbage hole, pretty much any point in this match, Blink will easily be able to take advantage of this, as we saw that Blink was able to identify when SirJeivus was in a bad position, and Blink
wow.
picking out the victory right there via knockout. The score is now 15-4, victory to Blink in the entire set. Looks like SirJeivus actually finishing off with a few misdrops right there. So a little bit unfortunate for SirJeivus, but looks like Blink will be going on to the next round.
That was a very nice match. SirJeivus, he's definitely no pushover. He gave Blink a run for his money. Even though he only got a few points in that match, he definitely had a lot of close matches with Blink, and in many cases he actually sent more lines than Blink did.
Alright, so are we gonna have Blink over for a post-game interview at all? Blink, I know Blink historically doesn't like doing interviews.
Let's do it.
Let's see if Blink wants to join in on the call. The score's 15-4, right?
Yeah, the score was 15-4.
All right, looks like Blink refusing to do an interview, and he says, "Call my agent." So looks like we are not going to have an interview with Blink. Paradox still pressuring him to do an interview. And of course, if you're just tuning in, you missed an excellent match between HD Blink and SirJeivus. We're actually going to be, or there is going to be a replay of the match uploaded to Twitch TV as a recording of the stream, so you can check that out if you missed any portion of the match. This is the Tetris Tournament Online 2, hosted by HardDrop.com and sponsored by the Tetris Company LLC, Blue Planet Software, and Tetris Online. If you'd like more information about the tournament, you can head on over to HardDrop.com/tourney. That's spelled TOURNEY. You can basically find all the information you want about the tournament on that page. So do we have any updates about the interview?
Blink says if he wins the entire tournament, then he will give us his interview.
All right. So let's say we're not going to have an interview for this time. So if you like this stream, or if you'd like to watch additional streams from the HardDrop.com competitive Tetris community, you can head on over to twitch.tv/HardDrop and follow our channel, and you'll be notified every time we go live. We do have a scheduled broadcast this coming Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for some more Tetris Tournament Online 2 matches, but of course we do occasionally stream Tetris TTO2 matches for rescheduled matches, as well as some recreational streams from some streams actually from Blink himself. So if you'd like to watch some professional level play from Blink, you can tune into the stream there. It looks like that is going to be it. Paradox, do you have any last words to add?
Yeah, I'd just like to give some shout out to the Philippine Tetris Society, which was founded by SirJeivus. Thanks to both of the players for giving us a great match, and thanks Parksir for streaming this, and thanks HardDrop for watching.
All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.